Okay. So. Coming soon. Okay. Okay. Anscheinend gleiches Gameplay wie im ersten Kapitel. Father Garcia. You are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your custody and return him to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. A representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation in return for their discretion. You will meet our representative there and accompany him back to Rome. Cardinal Gifford. Okay, können wir die Bibel mitnehmen? Sieht nicht so aus.
How are we doing today, Michael? I like to go home. You can't go home until you get better, Michael. Can I see Mommy and Daddy? I need to make you better first. When she let you get on me, she'll kill you. If you find them to be people, you will see forever.
Oh! Ein Fort! Ein Fort mit dir, Dämon! Oh. Tja, Kacke, ne?
Dios mío, what have you done? I have somebody as a pig! You can't hide from God, evil. You shall reap the wrath of the Almighty.
Okay. Sind wir blau? Hier im Prequel. Keine Ahnung. Aber scheint so. Wow. Das ist ein cooler Weihnachtsbaum. Notice. The current investigation being conducted at Gallup Cemetery by the State of Connecticut Historical Society has been postponed until further notice. In the interim, we ask the public to avoid the cemetery grounds, the surrounding woods, and any wildlife and any unidentified persons roaming the area. Thank you for your patience. Im ersten Spiel waren wir auch blau, glaube ich. I shook hands with the devil. I looked him in the eye. He looked like a long-lost friend. Dearest disciple, verily not everyone who says Lucifer, Lucifer shall inherit his kingdom. You must first conjure his demon, you must then serve his demon. You must then walk among the children of men as his demon. Thus shall you receive the blessing of the unspeakable. Return to the safe family tomb whenever you are in need of rest. Gary. The spirit home. Okay. Okay. Dark Deception. Sagt mir das was? Ich weiß gar nicht. Kurz schauen. Dark Deception und Steam. Ne, kenn ich nicht. Ist sogar kostenlos. Also beziehungsweise Kapitel 1 ist kostenlos. Kapitel 2 kostet was. Kapitel 3 ist irgendwie nicht verfügbar. Oder kommt noch. Ah, kommt noch. Ja, wenn's komplett draußen ist, kann ich mal drüber nachdenken. Verdammt! Böser Geist. Losing Grandpa was the hardest thing I ever experienced. We were really close. I cried about it for weeks. Then my stepmom introduced me to some of her friends. They asked me, would you like to see your grandfather again? I missed him so much I was willing to try anything. That night, my stepmom drove me to one of her friends' house. They took me down to the basement. I saw my grandfather in there. Only it wasn't actually him. When I tried to run, they closed the basement door and locked me in. I can't remember much else from that night. My stepmom's friends are always coming by the house now. They tell me I have a debt to pay. They say they have work for me to do. geht's mir geht's mir geht's soweit ganz okay eigentlich. Die letzten paar Tage irgendwie ziemlich, weiß nicht, ja, müde auch. Weiß nicht, irgendwie mit dem Kopf nicht ganz so da. Hauptsächlich wegen Müdigkeit und so. Wird wahrscheinlich irgendwie Wetter oder so sein. Jetzt die letzten paar Tage wurde es ja immer langsam, immer wieder ein bisschen wärmer und ja, ist wahrscheinlich nicht so nix für mich. Aber ansonsten eigentlich ganz okay. Hab ich gar nicht gefragt heute, wie geht's euch denn so? Hoffe mal nicht allzu schlecht. I've been freed, no more overbearing father turned violent alcoholic. No more hiding my bruises and cuts. No more pills and needles. No more getting laughed at and kicked around. They'll never laugh at me again. By day my body withers away, but by night my mind explores forbidden worlds of power and knowledge, guided by beings of pure darkness. I've been trusted with secret knowledge of the demon's seal. I've learned the correct conjuring sign, drawing the inverted star along the rocks arranged in 5, first at the top left point and then down. I will lure them into the woods, then I will show them my power. Könnte schlimmer sein. Ist lange nicht mehr Fahrrad gefahren. Ah, das hatte ich letztes Jahr. Bin ich auch mal wieder seit Jahren auf dem Fahrrad gewesen. Alter. Verlierst schnell Ausdauer. It is with great sadness that the sterling community announces the passing of Cindy Marie Martin, 38, and Robert Kimball Martin, 40, devoted husband and wife and beloved parents. Their lives tragically came to an end on September 21st due to an accident in their home. Bob was a training advisor for the United States Navy and Cindy was a CPA and more recently a stay-at-home mother. They were married March 12, 1969 in Voluntown. Though not particularly religious, they taught their children to be kind, generous and involved in the community. A public closed-casket memorial will be held at Tillinghast Funeral Home at 10 a.m. Thursday. Burial services will proceed shortly after. Bob and Cindy are survived by their daughter Amy and twin boys Nate and Jason. Der stand vorher ein bisschen weiter links, oder? Ah! Was? Den Ford Echsen, Mann. Nice.
Mortis.
Immer diese Reptiloiden. Nobody was thrilled when I got pregnant, not even a little happy. Even my doctor seemed to be judging me. Each time I'd leave the doctor's office, I'd see this strange woman across the street. All she'd do is stare at me and smile. No words, just a big warm smile. Somehow it made those visits a little more bearable. After I lost the baby, I saw her again across the street from the doctor's. Her smile was as big as ever, but somehow not as warm and friendly as I remember. Yesterday I was walking and was shocked to see the woman standing in the middle of the path. Now she was pregnant. She beckoned towards me. I followed her off the path into the woods. That's when I met Gary. Nee, Gary. Fucking Gary. Das sieht auch ein bisschen anders aus jetzt. Ah, die Leute sind weg. Oh. Cool. Jetzt ist er wieder normal. Gut. Baumann. 24 Jahre alt. Nimmer lang. Nimmer lang. Drei Tage, ja. Zeit vergeht. Purple guy. She guards the door to underground purgatory. I hath not seen her. Children fear her. Der hat I falsch geschrieben. Confess thy sins. Oh, wo fange ich denn da an? Day one of our paranormal investigation into the old Snake Meadow Hill Church. We've got 3 cameras, a box of tapes, and enough beer and beef jerky to last us a week. On our way in, we asked some of the locals about the church. It was mostly the stories we had heard before. Evil spirits dragging children into the cornfield and secret tunnels under the chapel. But there was this spindly lady game that we hadn't heard yet. Apparently it has to do with summoning the spirit of a woman who used to take care of the orphans back in the 50s. There was even an old rhyme they told us. Walk the church from room to room and maybe you will see her. She will move when you do, but never try to trick her. Awesome! We're going to try the game tonight as soon as we get settled in. Yeah. Ach übrigens, FNAF. Das FNAF VR-Ding ist ja released. Kann man anscheinend wirklich nur mit VR-Brille spielen. Heißt, ich werde das leider zumindest im Moment nicht streamen können. Night 3 shouldn't have come here. Tape's missing. Lars stuck behind basement door. Henry hasn't come back yet. Can't leave anyway.
Pray for me, Father, for I have sinned. What sins have you done to confess? I tried to save a girl from evil, but my fears overcame me. I turned my back on the ministry and broke my vows to God. A year later, the girl reached out to me again, but in the end, I couldn't save her. I left her to die. I am sorry for me and my past sins. Thou hast said will. Here is my penance. Bring the child to me. Afford me sanctification. And thou shalt have the peace thou seekest. Give thanks to the Lord for his good. For his mercy endures forever.
Ha! Okay. Night 1, we still haven't found a way into the basement, but we found something just as cool. A secret passage in the old confession booth, leading to this hallway. Henry's going into town to buy a crowbar. We'll see if we can't get these boards off of some of these doors. But that's not even the best part. We caught an EVP. You can't hear it on tape very well, but to us it kind of sounded like laughing. Thank God we brought the nice mic. We'll review it on the sound gear once we get back into town. Yeah. Ich hoffe, ich muss mir nicht merken, welche Kerzen immer an sind, in welchen Räumen. Das sind immer 2, aber... Night 2. We're gonna be rich. We've caught supernatural stuff on camera before, sure. Doors opening on their own, things falling off of shelves, but nothing like this. Tonight, while we were trying the spindly lady game again, one of the candles on the floor lit up by itself as soon as Lars walked into the room. It was nuts, and we got it all on film. We're gonna make a fortune selling this to the TV stations. Hier ist nur eine. Bah! Nein! Cool. Morning. Das ist doch einfach nur ein Teppich, oder? Kann die den nicht verschieben einfach? Ah! Jetzt brennen zwei. Kann er auch an besseren Positionen. Darkness surrounds thee. This is my final memoir, hastily scribbled on a page of the good book. I now descend the staircase, knowing full well that she waits for me ahead. Checking my old watch has revealed something quite astonishing. Time doesn't change down here, as we know it on the surface. Even now the hands don't move past 2 a.m. God's work be done. I have been to where only the faintest lights shine and protect from things unspeakable. God help me, Father Clark, a foolish old man going mad in this dark prison, ears bleeding from the screams of the demon. Oh. Boah. Fuck, Greenshot habe ich nicht installiert. Snipping Tool. Okay. Okay. Ja. Ah. Wenn ich bei dem Symbol anfange. Das hier. Okay. Das ist da. Obwohl, Moment, das ist doch das hier. Egal, erstmal weiter probieren. Ah, okay. Das da. Okay, das Symbol ist nicht da. Aber ich hab's. Ich hab's anscheinend geschafft, okay. Mother of Demons. Kurz gucken, vielleicht gibt's hier irgendwie Geheimgang. Es sieht nicht so aus. Okay. Three murdered in last wave of ritualistic killings. Sterling, Connecticut. The bodies of 3 young people were discovered in the woods outside of Sterling last night in what authorities are calling a ritualistic murder. Sandra Edward, Angel Nogales, and Troy Inglis are the names of the unfortunate victims who were apparently stabbed multiple times and beheaded before being killed in a paganistic ritual. But stabbed multiple times and beheaded before being killed? What? Okay. Pandemonium Regnat. 2 of the victims' bodies were also partially burned, although authorities would not specify who. The bodies were found several miles from Gallup Cemetery, where residents reported the tomb had been desecrated. They also found trails of blood leading off into the woods. Investigators would not comment on whether or not these two incidents could be related. The arrangement of the bodies in a ritualistic pattern, as well as the writing of certain symbols in blood, matches the style of several murders that have occurred in the Sterling area since 1986. The killings may be connected to last week's brutal slaying of Amy Martin, a 17-year-old girl, by John Ward. Ward had impersonated a priest to gain Amy's trust before luring her into the woods and killing her. Investigators are asking residents to report any suspicious activity to the police. Authorities are urging the people of Sterling to not mourn the loss of Edward, Nogales and Ingalls because, after all, they were degenerate devil-worshipping thugs who were hooked on crack cocaine and hated their parents. Why even conduct an investigation at all? That's what you would like them to think, wouldn't you, John? They were just three pathetic outcasts who got what they deserved. You actually did the community a favor when you found them getting high in that tomb. You stalked them through the graves and killed them one by one. You ignored their cries for help, their pleas for mercy. You put holes in their ruined drug addict bodies and then you chopped off their heads because everybody knows that removing the head is the only way to kill a snake. Well, guess what? You didn't kill the snake, John. You cannot kill what cannot be killed. Thou shalt not rise up what thou canst not put down again. Thou couldst not kill Amy. Thou shalt not destroy my works, for they are the works of the eternal dragon. Even now she is at thy door. Her hand is at thy throat, yet you see her not. I will have thy soul, for I am the God of this world. Pandemonium regnat satani vitae. Pandemonium regnat satani vitae. Und so weiter. Yo! Controller, bitte. Das ist übrigens mein Controller, der gerade extrem vibriert. I'm here, John. What? Oh! Spielen wir halt mit Controller. Okay. Okay, irgendwas will nicht, dass ich da durchgehe. Candy Tunnel. Cool. Death awaits. Was? Was mit meinen Süßigkeiten? Multiple officers wounded, one dead in sewer tunnel shootout. Coole Musik. Law enforcement officials are reporting multiple officers down, including one deputy who was fatally wounded after an exchange of gunfire in the sewer tunnels near Snake Meadow Hill Road, also known as the Candy Tunnel. Witnesses say they heard the shots approximately 10 minutes after police raided the tunnels, where suspected murderer Joe Bauman, aka the candy store killer, was alleged to be hiding. At this time, it is not known how many officers have been wounded, although it has been confirmed that one officer has been killed. Officials are not saying if Baumann was wounded in the exchange, and efforts are being made to recover the casualties from the tunnels. Two more dead discovered outside Candy Tunnel near Sterling. Two more bodies have been recovered from the drainage ditch under Snake Meadow Hill Road outside Sterling. The notorious Candy Tunnel, known in the area to be a home to addicts, gangs, runaways, and the indigent, has been the site of several grisly discoveries over the past 3 months. Since May, 5 bodies have been recovered from the drainage ditch leading to the tunnels. Authorities are being pressured by concerned citizens to search the tunnels amid fears of a possible connection to Joe Baumann, aka the candy store killer, who has claimed 8 victims in Connecticut and Rhode Island over the past year. Whoa, what? When you see it, don't move. Okay, gut zu wissen. Illuminaten. Auch noch. Okay. E3 Nintendo. Ja. Natürlich. When I was a boy, my nana used to tell me old legends about the dragons, trolls and demons that lived up in the mountains of Norway. In those old tales, the people were never strong enough to kill the monster, so instead they would sacrifice one of their own to appease it, keep it satisfied. It was like a deal with the devil. One sacrifice per year so that the beast would not come down from the mountain and slaughter the entire village in one night. There was no candy store killer. What we're dealing with is not even human. When I got separated from the other officers, I saw the damn thing dragging what was left of Jenkins down into its lair. That's when I understood. The bums and the tweakers, the ones with grit and the child prostitute runaways, they'll eventually come back to the tunnels. They always do. It can have them, for all I care. Nobody wants them around, except maybe that thing. And I tell you what, I hope to God it never gets tired of them. Hmm. I'm sorry, God, please save me. Cool.
Will you listen? You can have them. Here I come.
Well,
Here you can catch me.
wo ist er?
Suffer the few rain. Here I come.
Here I come.
Here you can catch me. Please, please. Here I come. Nearby forever.
Der schon wieder.
He is here.
What?
It's locked.
Cool. They hate the light. Okay. Sure. Trick.
Mortis.
Okay. What? Da war wieder Purple Kid. Da! Okay. Dummes Kackkind.
Here I am.
Nein!
Daily QA.
Okay.
Don't be afraid, God. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in God's name, there will he be also. We can banish this demon together. You must protect me while I recite the 91st Psalm. Let us go.
Okay.
Yes, it's true what happened to Amy. You are no murderer, God. There is not much you could have done. But maybe now her soul is at rest. Let us go.
Okay.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. I shall behold the reward of the wicked, because I have made the Lord my refuge. There shall no evil befall me. For
Will Unreal Tournament spielen. Hat sich angehört so.
They shall bear me up in their hands, and I shall tread upon the serpent. Because I have set my love upon him, therefore will he deliver me.
Unreal Tournament!
Deliver me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me. Vade post mitsa chana, exodi domine pari. Vade post mitsa chana, exodi domine pari. Vade post mitsa chana, exodi domine pari.
Nice. Cool. Unreal Tournament! Ich hab die nicht gesehen. Oder die. Glück gehabt. Jo. Es war alles nur ein Traum. The morning purge. John, I can't do this anymore, I'm sorry. I will always love you back, Karen. Es war alles nur ein Traum.
I'm not going in there.
Halt nicht. John, we don't have much time. The profane Sabbath is almost upon us. If they find Nate and Jason, they will perform a ritual on them to call forth a demon of unspeakable power. The name of the demon is Malfest. I am in the process of discovering their whereabouts. I will contact you again soon. We must not let them do to the boys what they did to Amy. Father Garcia.
My nightmares are getting worse.
War doch nicht nur ein
Since
Traum.
I left that house, I am haunted by visions of demons. I finished my work with Amy, but now the boys are in danger. This time I must not fail. Malfast must be stopped. As the profane Sabbath draws closer, the workers of darkness grow stronger. This will be my greatest test of faith yet. God have mercy on my soul.
Ending 1. Go forth with faith. Huh. Probieren wir das nochmal. Was? Das war Bullshit. Wenn die direkt in mir spawnt? Bisschen unfair. Oh. Dass der andere Typ auch sterben kann, ey. Okay.
I'm not going in there.
Aber trotzdem Brief da. Noch ein Brief.
I'm not going in there.
Okay. Release Form. Subject John Thomas Ward. 31. Oktober 86. This form certifies that the subject is hereby released from my care after having completed their required counseling and treatment to my satisfaction, with confidence that they are ready to resume their normal daily activities as a mentally stable member of society. Dr. James Spinal. Existing conditions: mild anxiety, acute coulrophobia. Phobie. Krankhafte Angst vor Clowns. Okay. John, it is not too late. Your soul can still be saved. All is not lost. Please wait for my next letter. For now I have many questions that need answering. In the meantime, be careful. They are watching you, Father Garcia.
I survived the nightmare, but did I really do the right thing? I don't know what is real anymore. My faith is weak, and I feel a dark shadow over me. If I can save the boys, maybe I will find what I'm looking for.
Oh. Die komischen Satanisten. Road to Redemption. Okay. Schauen wir mal. ob es noch andere Enden gibt. Hm. Hm. Es ist nicht einfach, an die Enden zu kommen. So, hier haben wir. Psst. Anscheinend der einzige auf YouTube, der ein drittes Ende hat. Bei dem sieht der Endboss auch komplett anders aus.
Get over. God, this is a really tense fight, though. Seriously. It's the same as before. But, I mean, in terms of spookiness. Get over. Diagonal attacks won't work. No.
Hm. Ich frag mich, wie der...
Nope. Oh, that was close. How much? No, no. It's just...
Okay, also wenn man den anderen Priester in der ersten Phase nicht beschützt,
Oh God.
dann kriegt man anscheinend den Boss. Also es ist an sich ist das der gleiche Boss. Also die gleiche Person. Nur ich nehme an, halt, weiß nicht, stärker oder andere Form halt. Finale Form.
So far I'm doing good.
Okay.
That was a tough fucking fight. That took me like 20-ish minutes. Jesus Christ. Wow, took a long time. I think the boss, when you're doing it alone like that and she's huge, her reach to kill you is much larger in radius. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, same thing. Alright, but what? Hopefully I get a different ending from fighting her in that giant form. Hopefully. If it was the same ending, I'd be kind of pissed, because I can't go back now. There's no going back. There is literally no going back. There's no note there. Okay. Promising. So we go
die Tür ist offen.
outside, we...
Lies-Ding. Ja, ist das gleiche.
Note-wise... Missing. Okay, so either we can go in the basement, or we have to go through one of them. It's outside or downstairs. We'll find. Downstairs was locked away before. Okay, outside then. Oh. What?
Yo. Fuck.
That is some disgusting spiderish looking piece of shit. Jesus Christ. I don't like spiders. Ending 3, initiation. Shit. I became way too far gone. Fuck.
Wird man anscheinend selbst hier Sektenmitglied. Ha! Gibt's noch ein Ende 4? Kapitel 2 Demo. Die Demo müsste ich auch noch spielen, weil die ist nochmal anders anscheinend. Als das eigentliche Kapitel 2. Okay, aber wenn ich nach einem 4. Ende gucke, sehe ich nichts. Daher nehme ich an, hat das Hauptspiel im Moment nur 3 Enden. Da stand ja in dem Hauptmenü mit Zeug mit Coming Soon. Daher kann vielleicht sein, dass da nachträglich noch was reingepatcht wird oder so. Geupdatet. Ja, ich werde auf jeden Fall, denke ich mal, hin und wieder mal nachgucken, ob es da irgendwie was Neues gibt. Die Story an sich ist ja nicht zu Ende. Zumindest wenn man dem 1. und 2. Ende glaubt. Dann macht der sicher noch auf die Suche, den Zwillingen, glaube ich, zu helfen. Da wird dann wahrscheinlich Kapitel 3 weitergehen. Ja, im Vergleich zum 1. Kapitel sozusagen nicht viel anders. Storymäßig ein bisschen verwirrender. Mit eben, weil es jetzt irgendwie einen Teil, also ein Teil sozusagen, wird im Friedhof erzählt, dann irgendwie ein anderer Teil wird in der Kanalisation da erzählt. Und so muss man, ja, da muss man ein bisschen genauer drüber nachdenken. Dann kann man das Zeug vielleicht irgendwie ein bisschen verbinden miteinander. Aber ja, ich bin mal gespannt, wie es weitergeht. Ist auf jeden Fall ziemlich nice.